Hello, and welcome to another update video on Link. Yeah, Link currently performing really well. We have a break above that $23 level. And looking at the larger time frame chart here, it appears that we are now in a third wave. Obviously, that's the idea, that has been the idea anyway, that we could be in a breakout pattern here. The main question is still, would we get another pullback? I'm not going to pick a top here. I'm not going to call a top here because we've just broken out, right? I think I mentioned in the last video, we're consolidating above that breakout point. Compare that to Ethereum, which broke above 4,100, which is slightly different, but again, it's a similar kind of level, like that level here at $23. I mean, we've been below that level really for quite some time. Okay, we briefly broke it, but couldn't hold it here in December. But this is the top of a wave 1 or the top of an A wave. It's the top of a 5-wave move up, which unfolded after the June 2023 low. So that 5-wave move up is a signal that the market wants to go higher. And we had to be patient for quite a long time. The market moved into this support zone and we're now rallying, right? So again, any pullback in such a scenario, especially after a breakout happened, can be considered an opportunity, especially as long as pullbacks remain corrective in nature, which we call a 3-wave move. At the moment, we don't even have a pullback, okay? So the upside momentum continues. I tried to explain that in more detail in the Solana video today, in the ADA video as well. You don't want to pick a top when the price could actually be in a real breakout, right? Because a lot of people try to trade every single wave, and they think just because we're moving into a target area, it means a top is in. That nothing could be further away from the truth. At some point, especially after a long correction, and when we expect the third wave to the upside to unfold, pullbacks are a bonus. They don't have to happen. Just look at the history in the crypto sector, right? I mean, just look at what Link did in 2021. Hold on. Don't wanna. That there haven't really been many pullbacks. If they have happened, well, they were bonus pullbacks. But at some point, the market might not give us the pullbacks anymore. Like, it's as if people, we get a 1-2 setup here. There was one here, right? And then people always wait for deep pullbacks. They wait for another deep. At some point, the market is just going to break, right? There are not always going to be pullbacks. There's not always going to be another pullback. At some point, that parabolic phase that we're all waiting for is at some point just going to happen. At some point, it's just going to happen. And yeah, I mean, it's taken a while, but there is a realistic chance we're now in the third wave. Now, I still have here a microstructure on the chart that allows for a pullback here and there, but if we break above 25, I think I mentioned that yesterday, a pullback becomes far less likely. Yeah, that has to do with the ratios on the smaller time frame. Now, in terms of targets, we have already reached and broken the $23 target. That was more just like a breakout level, signal level. The $31 level is the next target after breaking above 23. So it's a key level, key technical level. It's the swing high from December 2024. It's actually not so relevant from an Elliott wave point of view. The $23 level was more relevant because it was the top of a 5-wave move. But breaking above 31 is basically our next signal that we're probably on our way to that blue target zone, which I think has been on the chart for many months, and maybe even a year. And $47 is there, the first key level. Why $47? Because if this indeed is only an A, B, C structure, and we get a 5-wave move up to that level, well, guess what? Then this could be where a top forms. Link likes to react to the 100% extension historically, so be aware of that. However, as long as we're holding support levels, and I will present you support levels along the way, there's no sign of a top. So when we arrive there and the market is just like slicing through that level like, I don't know, a knife through butter, it's there's no reason to assume a top, right? You don't want to stand in the way of upside momentum in an aggressive impulse, or you will be rolled over. It can make sense to be cautious then, but not bearish, right? So in 2021, those of you who've been with us, and some of you have been, I confirmed the top at some point and became bearish, and people couldn't believe it, right? And we're not at that point yet. So I waited also at that time for a break of upside momentum. I can't remember when that was, but it was very early. I think it was at some point it was here at some point, right, where we didn't expect any new all-time high anymore. It was like that B wave top when we saw Bitcoin top. Then yeah. So I need to see something like that, right? We need to see a break of upside momentum from a chart point of view. But yeah, we're now in that momentum phase a lot of people have been waiting for. But on the smaller time frame, there would still be the chance for a pullback, but that would need to happen quite quickly because we're now in that target area on a smaller time frame. But you see, from this swing low in June, we do have a complete looking 5-wave move up. Even that 5th wave is a 5-wave move. It reached targets. This is a pivot. Above $25.12, any decisive break above means that 5th wave extends. And it would be extended beyond what is normally reasonable. And then it becomes more probable we're going to get to 31 next and maybe even 47 without any wave 2 pullback. I still have that wave 2 pullback area on the chart, not as a target, but as an area that you know what would be support. Because some people ask me if that wave 2 happens, so you can watch for it. But to assume that a top has formed in circle wave 1, once we get a break below the red line, which is located here around $20.90. So yeah, that's the update on Link. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit on, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you also want to be informed in between, I post quite a lot about Link at the moment on X, just because it's heavy in demand. People ask for it all the time. So check out our X channel. It's a very active community there. There are additional charts, updates, even in between videos. So if you want to be kept up to date, there's also new stuff. It's not just charts, new stuff, memes, lots of fun stuff, community interactions. Check it out, follow us there. And yeah, sometimes it just takes a little longer, to upload a video. So sometimes the updates here come a little sooner. So the link is in the description and in the comment section. See you over there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.